Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day. So I had just returned from my trip. I wanted to check out how things were going in the store before heading to New Hampshire. And one of the things that was just really in my mind are some of these buildings that were empty 1 to 2 years, sometimes 3 years ago, still vacant. There was one building that was on my way here. It wasn't a store that was vacant. It wasn't an office that was vacant. It was the entire building that was vacant. And then you have another store that's right next to my current store that they wanted somewhere around $13,000 or $14,000 for. If you don't take it, somebody else will. All the bloody sort of salesman crap. And you'll also see that it was featured in a video that I did several months ago on New York City Urban Decay. It has grown a lot more graffiti and a lot more nasty stuff in the window since then. And I was just kind of curious if these spaces are still vacant. Can you guess? Can you guess? Well, watch and see. Hey everybody, how's it going? So this is a few blocks away from my store. Last year I did a video where I was kind of showing all the vacant spaces in the area. And one thing I found interesting here was that this entire building is for rent. Not the store on the first floor, the second floor, the third floor, the fourth floor. The entire thing was for rent. And yeah, I just figured I'd check since I was walking by here. And as you can see, the entire thing is still for rent. And the inside looks identical to what it looked like 1 year ago in the video that I did. New York, you never change. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. All right, so this is the place that we checked out in 2019. That was about $13,000 or $14,000. As you can see, it is still pretty empty in there. Yeah, that's pretty dead. Still got the nice look around it. You got that nice touch up here. Look at that. Yeah, falling apart. Nobody cares 3 years later. We do have a work permit issued. Okay, this work permit is 1.5 years old, so I don't think much is happening here. But yeah, I have absolutely no surprise. You want $14,000 for this, and it, yeah, something tells me nobody took them up on that offer. Although you do have a nice amount of graffiti in there. I will switch over, see if we can see inside. Samsung S10 flashlight go. Oh, really? And you actually can, because when you use the flashlight, it causes it to focus on the dirt on the window rather than on the inside, because the windows have not been cleaned for 3 years. Because again, if you're the owner of a property in New York City, there's absolutely no need to maintain it. You simply wait 8 or 10 years for somebody to come along stupid enough to actually rent it, and then you have them clean out all the garbage from the past 10 years. That's it for today, and as always, I hope you learned something. As is usual, little to no maintenance has been done on any of these properties, and they are still available for the insane asking price that they were before. Most people are not looking to spend $100 to $500 per square foot for a tiny garbage storefront in a city that just is kind of lacking in the vibrancy that it had before. And admittedly, even with the vibrancy it had before, this was never going to work. How long do you think this will be sustainable for? And at what point do you believe this will finally crash and return to prices that allow normal, average, everyday businesses to be able to actually rent these spaces rather than it just being a vacant city? I'm very curious what you think. Let me know. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye now.